Action.
It's recording.
Hello, sanibonani ngiyani.
How many? I record how many what? Okay, it's fine. Okay, guys, you're gonna share the microphone with that.
Okay.
So I get your microphone can say that I don't know what to talk about.
Like stretch up.
I know sharp. How to me la mun.
Bye microphone.
Yeah, ibe mare.
Sharp. Re ka nne ra tumela.
A tumela man.
Ke te nna bona ke ka. Ba bona nna already ke ka.
Go tshwara.
Oh. Ene, ya mo pick up.
Bua la. A ja sentse pelo tsa lons. We se kwa ka me yang. Ha ka me so microphone be le jesu. Elene be le.
Boy, Emma. O tlo bua sentle nna ka ke tsaga fe.
Okay.
Emma, kwate.
So what is the agenda then?
Pothole. That's the agenda. Tell us about the pothole. O go tsagala.
As a pothole.
Okay.
Yeah, another dimension.
So who's that girl?
Like,
The girl, not a guy.
Hey, who's that girl?
This girl, like, only the Facebook.
A go tsagala.
So I want to tell them, like, you said, like, another dimension in your room, like, it show up, or. I was like, it should be the guy.
So you believe it?
I didn't believe it.
basha.
Yeah. I say AI. Don't you think it's AI?
Yeah, for sure.
It's AI, isn't it? Okay. So guys, what's your problem with podcasting, guys? This is the best medium of conversation and everything. Why are you against it?
You don't have a problem with podcasting. I so blew up, that's why.
Are you like podcasts are huge, man? Just like Mumzansi, they're still catching up and everything.
No.
But they can do so they try to say yeah. Because once this one blows, stop looking at me, you're gonna be distracted. Don't look at me at the camera then. He's gonna be distracted. I know who I'm going to What's up, people?
Nah, them easy.
A grant.
Ayo.
A grant.
Yeah.
What's your reason? What's your doctor? I'm okay.
Arsay bu.
Yeah? Because you think you're gonna lose millions? Yeah? Cool.
But let me expose
What's up? Tell us.
Give that.
Direct.
I'm still fine.
What's your reason?
This is the part. It's a Sunday, chillers.
Yeah.
No, I'll buy chillers fine. I did not eat.
No, it's fine. I tried to buy Chillers Punch, but in a say so the taller like this one. Even there again, Bahamas.
I
wanted to buy Bahamas. Bahamas is the cheapest one. You know. So they can buy this thing.
So I know that I answered maybe put her about those sponsor. Since I'm going to advertise.
If you want to sponsor, it's fine. I'll take the deal. I'll take the deal. Yeah, it's money, so I'll take it. I'll sponsor them. Each and every show, like, hey guys, get yourself some kind of brutal fruit, the best drink ever. What.
Nah.
And then I start with the pot.
Nice.
Killer one.
It would be nice.
You know, this guy, the reason why I can get about podcasting, and I'm exposing him now. I'm exposing him now. Oh, I know you. Now I'm exposing you. I'm telling the world. But this guy, let me tell you about this guy. The reason why I can about podcasting, this guy will chill with him. Like maybe after the meetings, I will walk with him, and the things we'll talk about, they're so deep, and they're so nice, very interesting. And also educational. Do you understand? Give some experience and some information that I feel like if people can be exposed to it, they will understand certain things better. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, fine. This guy has, incredible insight on certain life experiences and whatever. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And I was like, I would like this guy to document this. Killer one. So the tricky part, like the thing, I don't know what's happening with human psychology. For example, Agbualen, he can be himself. He can speak, he can do whatever. But once, and I say in effect, I experience this thing with everyone. Once everyone is in front of the camera or next to the mic and everything, like a person changes.
They change.
They I don't know, like they behave in a way that it's like it's not natural. Like they're not being themselves in jail and everything. So I want that guy. I want that guy. You remember that guy?
Yeah, okay, I'm listening.
Yeah, so I don't know what is it. I don't know what is it. That makes you shy.
Yeah.
So tell us something, man. Because of like conversations we had, man, like they're dope. And I also told you, this is a podcast.
So
I need you to engage.
Now, like I would like to know some of the things we're about to.
Yeah, but that will depend on him if like is comfortable.
It will depend on you guys.
No. I'm talking in the sense of it will depend on you if you are comfortable.
Let's go.
Speaking, you remember like the things that we used to talk about.
I'll remember anyways.
So are you comfortable?
Yeah.
Talking about that. Yeah.
Because last time we made a podcast, I was sleeping.
Yeah.
You know the problem.
Yeah. So that like it's a I guess encouraging, it's one of the conversations that the only time you will hear about them is through like professors, people who are experts on something and everything, So, but because of on his situation, I'm not saying he's an expert, but he knows more about that subject because of he has made research so that he can try to understand the situation better, so that he can try to understand himself better. You understand? Yeah. So I don't want to make him shy. I don't want to get one, but I like him.
Hey, Baba, no one is shy here.
Yeah. So I like him, and to tell us as much as he can, as much as he knows about whatever. Get one. So can one of the things that you said you experienced is what, Kanen?
Like what?
I don't know, like
It mustn't get too personal.
No, it don't get. We're gonna no. It's not gonna get personal. We're gonna generalize it, in terms of like memory and everything. It that thing. We talked about a lot of things like body OCD, obsessive compulsive, disorder, all those things. I don't know the one you talked about because now like the one I experienced is an OCD. You know what I'm saying? I've made a research about it. I kind of like understand it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah. For me, I would ask what got you to researching and doing and wanting to get to know more about OCD. What was it? How did you get to the point of I want to know what's OCD?
First there was a point where I didn't know about OCD. Do you know OCD?
No, I don't know OCD.
Obsessive compulsive disorder. Or when I were in medical stuff. Have you ever heard of it?
It is on TV.
Yeah. There was a point where I didn't know about OCD, and then until you start to behave in a certain way, and then you don't understand that behavior, why you do what you do, and then you try to make research, that will explain the behavior. Because of what's it here? So you make a research that explains the behavior, right? You give your research some hints, so that it can. And then it gives you some options for what it could be, and then you read those options, and some of them are they aligning with what I'm experiencing until you find that one that aligns and that explains exactly what you are experiencing or your behavior and everything. And then always that's when you realize, oh, this is OCD. You understand? So OCD is like I can explain that. Let's say you close the door. It's midnight.
Yeah.
You close the door, and then maybe Utima store for whatever. Let's say you close the door, or key, and then you go to sleep.
Yeah.
Then there's this thing in your mind that kind of like make you question yourself, or if did you really close the door?
Oh.
Do you understand? But man, I closed the door. But it's like there's a voice in your head convincing you, but it wouldn't hurt if you can get up and double check. You know what I'm saying? And you get up and you double check, right? And then you come back. Do you understand? And then something like it will be like something in your head. It will be like, I know you went there to double check, but what if when you double checked,
It didn't know.
you unlocked it maybe by mistake? What also what double check until it was locked and then you unlocked it by mistake? What if you made a mistake? Like that thought in your little step and what if I made a mistake? Do you understand? And then you get up again and you go and double check, you know. So it's I don't know, like can you Google like OCD so that we can?
Yeah, it says it's for the first letter. Oh, it says it's obsession, unwanted, intrusive thoughts, images, and
Intrusive thoughts. Oh, come up here. Voice le buang ka yona. Intrusive.
Or the inner voice.
Like it's an intrusive thoughts. Like you're having these intrusive thoughts in you that keep on like
yeah, it says it causes anxiety and distress.
you know what I'm saying? So la pele.
Yeah, fear of contamination, germs, worry. Those are examples.
Yeah.
Worry about harming someone by accident. Need for things to be just right.
Yes.
Intrusive, taboo thoughts that don't reflect your faith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was like something like that.
Oh yeah. So it says for the C, which is compulsion. It says excessive hand washing and then that on checking logs, switches repeatedly.
Yeah, you know. So I remember once upon a time go Watchtower, like there was this guy on a walkway nyana so I guess some pavement thing. Like anahata certain bricks. And then when they miss a step or whatever, they have to try to go back again. So the problem they will have like because of they had that, you know, urge to like step on certain steps or yeah,
to step on it the correct way.
Yeah, in on the correct way. So
I remember that guy. I think that one is ADHD.
It's still OCD still.
Yeah,
it's still OCD. You know, like that guy, like when he walks, he wanna step on certain bricks, and then if maybe he misstepped, he will wanna go back again and try again. Then hona ba bang o tlhapa matsogo, and then after tlhapa matsogo o feel matsogo ga clean. Maybe after holding a chair or something, o feel like ish. So it's abnormal. Those things are abnormal. That's what they are called disorders. Do you understand? So it's an abnormal things, you know, that makes you to have some abnormal behaviors. So mine, you know, it was like an OCD. Do you understand?
Oh, you also had OCD.
I experienced it. OCD. I'm talking from experience.
Oh.
Do you understand? You know. Yeah.
So also how did you break through?
Yeah. Boo. Speak. Man, Eman. Oh, boo. Ska like in science everything. If you wanna say something, just say it. Go ahead.
personal.
No, it be personal. No, it's fine. I'm good with it. I'm good with it.
I mean, today how did you overcome it?
The best way, it's not easy. Like if you're in that thing, you're experiencing that thing, you're trapped in it. Like it's not easy to break through. Like it's never easy, you know. But now what helped me, is to be careless. I told myself, you know what, I'm gonna lock the door. If I have to keep my stuff, it was steam. But then if I have this thing, I got steam, then whatever. You understand? Like you have to be careless. You understand?
So what if we're not a class or something? You don't want to get class
yeah.
Something,
you know. Yes. So the thing I will do, if I'm doing something, I'm doing it in a way I get up. If you want to at that moment I confirm if we store for was switch off, you know, you confirm like with yourself I'm aware it's off. And then that's it. So whatever that's gonna come in my mind, like making me doubt what I've done, then I'll set it in. So I had to be like careless in that way. You know what? Whatever the thoughts I'm gonna get, like I don't care. I'm just gonna sleep and whatever, you know. So it wasn't easy, obviously, but that's how I managed to break through. You know what? I started like to be careless. I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then I'm done with it. If I wanna have doubts, it's fine. If it's at the end of zero, it's in. but I'm not gonna give in to this thing. So the aim is to not give in. So I'm not gonna give in to the thoughts. If I'm gonna do something, you do it to the fullest, and then that's it. So whatever that's gonna come in your mind, it's like I said, you know, that's how I managed to give it. But now and again, maybe once in a while, I will I will have those intrusive thoughts, you know what? And then immediately I'll recognize it. I'll recognize them. Oh, that's OCD. So maybe I'm doing something, and I started like I'm doing something, and then maybe I'm starting to double. Yeah, ma'am. Here you go. I'm just show you. Yeah, ma'am.
Next slide, OCD is.
It's on. Okay. So Gilawan, so once in a while, Gilawan, you will have that thing.
Just 1, 2, 3, yeah.
Once in a while, you'll have that thing. You wanna double check, you know. Once in a while, I'll have that thing that will take me to that behavior, and immediately I'll recognize it. I'm like, this is OCD, and then that's when I'm like, I'm not gonna give in. So like, it's not like in my life I never double check, but a normal double checking whereby did I lock the door? Okay, fine. But yeah, OCD why easy like that intrusive thoughts. Oh, why this one is not like the normal one, you know. So the moment you recognize it, it's like you don't give in to it. I'm like whatever. So that's how.
Okay.
So that's how like I will like overcome it. So right now it's like I'm good. So it was something that it didn't even need to take a doctor, to take a therapy or whatever. Something that because I'm self-conscious, right? So as a person, you need to know yourself. You need to know how you behave. You need to tell Jorge, the way I behave today, I was not behaving like this maybe last week, last month, or even last year. You know, so like every day you need to like wake up through so that you can see changes in you. So Luna, that's how I noticed it. I'm like, why am I behaving this? Like this, and I started to Google this kind of behavior. What is this? Why am I doing this like this? You know, and that's when I started to say, oh, it's OCD. Oh, well, what causes this? Oh, and I started to think of ways. Well, how can I break through? You know, so I thought of solutions and everything. I'm like, okay, I think I'm gonna try this one. And whatever I tried, it kind of like worked. So I'm like, yeah. So it's like I self-diagnosed myself and I canceled myself somehow, and then I healed myself, and you know what I'm saying, I became my own doctor. Yeah.
So
You know what I'm saying?
So for what out there, what to say, I'm OCD right now.
Yo, I don't know, man. I'm not medically qualified. I don't know who's as born.
I think I know you break through. So
yeah,
that key.
Maybe like especially for OCD, and since I've experienced with it, maybe they can use the same method I used. Like don't give in to those intrusive thoughts. Like don't give in. If you feel like I didn't like, if you're gonna close the window, just close it. Make sure it's sharp, and then maybe you do your things. But if you feel like I didn't close it, I wanna go back and check it. Like don't give in.
Because
you know. So I raised this thing, because of me and this guy. You know, we were talking about things around those. You know. So yeah, like he said like what he kind of like experienced everything, but it seems like my guy is not interested.
No, that's not the case. For me, it's like I've noticed with these things, they are like, for me, I feel like they are. If you say mental disorders, you're still saying mental condition.
Yeah.
So for me, if you say mental condition, it's what conditions you to act a certain way.
Yeah.
Your behaviors or past experiences in life make you behave a certain way. That's what I feel like happens. You behave a certain way because of your past experiences.
Yeah.
So I never want to like relegate myself to a certain behavior and say, get away, just because it's a condition.
Yeah.
A condition can be, I feel like a condition sometimes, not all the time,
yeah,
can be broken.
Yeah.
So it's not really defining yourself or me or it's not you, you know.
Yes.
You don't have to belong to that condition, but it's what you are at that moment.
It doesn't have to define you.
You know, yeah.
Yes.
And why break, as you were explaining now, why break about with certain things, you know.
Yeah, practicing.
Yeah, we said there are a lot of conditions you can, I don't know, you can probably Google or check them out on the internet. There are so many, so much so that you can even diagnose yourself. You know, as you're saying. But it's true, we are not doctors.
Yeah.
But you are aware of, if you're aware of yourself, you know how you're dealing with such and such and such, you know. There's so many. For instance, I've researched, as I said, there's ADHD, there's, as you said, OCD, there's a borderline disorder, personality disorder.
Yeah.
Borderline disorder can be what comes below bipolar, which is your emotions fluctuating up and down, you know. And then, yeah, those are such conditions I can think of. You don't have to be relegated to them. You don't have to say it's me, personality. No, you can change them if you want. And yeah, there's so many more.
So
I get just research on in passing, you know.
Yeah.
So personality disorders, people sometimes the personality is different, they change personality based on whoever are change personality.
But I think we all have personality disorders. I think
hence why we are like to a degree.
Everybody, even you, we have a personality disorder. Yeah.
You know,
yes.
But the question is, to what extent is that person being affected by that?
Yeah.
That is why really you're more conditioned. I behave that way.
Yeah.
He's more of that than you. You know.
Yeah.
He's more of that than you.
Yes.
Yeah. When you have OCD, you have ADHD, you are more of that type of disorder. But it doesn't have. The problem about it defining you is because yeah, you feel like I should behave this way. That's how I am. I define it. It's as if it defines
you. Make it your own.
You make it your own.
Because this is me.
This is me.
You own it. You carry it. For example, when I experienced OCD,
I
didn't say this is me. I didn't like look at it and I'm like it reflects me. Like it's my a representation. I looked at it as a foreign thing, like an infection, like an infection. I looked at it, I'm like, I have an infection. This thing doesn't belong in me. It's not part of me, you know. But I'm already infected. You understand? So I have to find ways to get rid of it because it wasn't not there before. So which means it is from somewhere. So now it managed to get in. You know what I'm saying? So I have to find ways to take it out again. So just like as I show, all those things, you know. Like they shouldn't like define us. Like maybe on a bipolar, you shouldn't like make it your personality or your character. Or no, I have bipolar. You just have to take it as like flu. Or I have flu, and flu it needs to be healed. Because if we were not born with flu, you understand? We were not born with flu, and
we listen.
Yeah. We were not born with flu, so it's something that we like. If you get it, you need to like be able to treat it. Yeah. So like we say a borderline disorder is what are there? We say it's under what under bipolar what?
Yeah.
So
some of them.
What's the difference like between
borderline disorder?
Yeah, borderline disorder. What is that?
And bipolar.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really know. Some of these things you won't really know.
Yeah.
Because
so. Which one when have you like kind of like made a research on in the whole maybe be curious and then you wanted to know more about it?
I think for me the one it has affected most young people, especially like corona
youth
yamokasi,
yeah.
Especially youth yamokasi especially types of disorders
PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just trying to check it out here, but yeah. Bontsi ba rona re affected ke yone thata.
Yeah.
So for especially I feel like I can
relate
because
okay.
But
PTSD.
most of us have gone through that, you know.
Yeah. But I think everybody has a post-traumatic stress disorder.
Exactly. Yeah.
But you have to like I was listening to something and
yeah.
They say if someone grew up
yeah.
in a household that has chaos and there's no order.
Yeah.
Oh, I was watching a movie. Yesterday. I was watching a movie, Crime 101, and then this lady. Crime 101.
Oh, I gave one on Netflix.
Yeah. Crime 101. So this lady shot at this guy because of that one.
Yeah. This lady shot at this guy.
Oh. Yeah, my pen. This lady shot at this guy because of this lady wanted this guy are organized. The on order, like the hempet, you know.
Oh, do they? Oh.
Like, you know, those people are organized. Everything is in order. You know. So people who are like that are people who crave order and system that is working because of they grow up in a very chaotic backgrounds. In a very chaotic where there's no order, there's no direction. So when they were like children, like they craved some order. Like they crave some order because of most of the chaotic maybe you know, you can't do homework, your home is not your room. Like there's no discipline, there's no order, you know. So that thing will make you crave order, you know. And once you grow up and you are independent, the very first thing you're gonna do is to establish order in your life, you know. Everything's gonna be in order.
Agree,
Do you understand? Everything's gonna be in order because of something that you've never had and something that you wished you had and something that you wished you had when you were a child. But unfortunately, you have to grow up so that you can have it. And then when you're growing now, then you start to invest in it, you know. So that guy, you know, so that lady was telling the truth. That guy grew up in a very, you know, chaotic, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
What was the movie again?
Crime 101. Yeah, Crime 101. So a PTSD is that man. In some way, and I can say he suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder. Traumatic stress disorder. So whatever they experience, you know, somehow traumatize them, you know. So whatever. So if you're gonna behave or do things based on the things that traumatized you, so basically you're experiencing PTSD. There are people who like who don't eat cabbage or who don't eat mantwana, and because of so I don't want to eat this food because of it reminds me. Do you understand? So that behavior of running away from that food, you can also say is post-traumatic stress disorder. Do you understand? It has a trauma back then. They were forced to. Do you understand? But when I got told, for example, now like I don't eat cheese, not because of I used to eat a lot of cheese. It's like I don't eat it. But there are people who don't eat something because of they ate it too much and they hate it. It has traumatized them. Do you understand? It has traumatized them that like it's not in English. So in some way they are suffering from PTSD. So I think everybody, you know, like suffers from PTSD.
But you remember we spoke about it.
Yeah.
You remember?
Yeah, we spoke about a lot of things.
Yeah, but you remember we were like even pregnant women face the same thing, like
yeah,
because of the experience.
The experience. If the experience was bad
when they were giving
bad,
because they say they compare PTSD to that.
Yeah.
To someone or a female giving birth.
Yeah.
They would be like opposed to Banababone sometimes.
Yeah.
Not because of but because pain when the child when they give birth to the child.
Yeah.
Makes them not wanna see anything associated with that.
Yeah. And sometimes sometimes PTSD and thinking about it, it's like it's not something that you have to like you experience it personally in your life. Sometimes like your environment can make you like suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder. For example, not like I do drink, but I always make sure I don't drink hogetao. Do you understand? Why? Because of I hated how people like growing up, like how they will behave. Do you understand? How they will move. I'm like, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be that kind of guy. Or do you understand? So like I don't want that. So that's why I'm like, I'm gonna drink, but I'm gonna make sure I can I can demonstrating and whatever. Do you understand? So in that way, when I drink, I always have that in mind. Or make sure that you don't reach that point where you become that guy. Do you understand? Every time when I drink, I'm like, make sure you don't reach that guy. Because I looked at them, I'm like, I didn't like how they looked. So each and every time when I drink, I'm like, make sure that you don't become like that guy. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So I guess at some level, we do.
So meaning what you are suffering from PTSD.
In a way, like if you can sit down and understand these things, sometimes you might think that we don't have any disorders. The reason why is because of we don't understand them. We don't know what do they mean and how can we recognize them in our day-to-day life. But if you could thoroughly like go through them and read these like characteristics that they and then try to see how do they relate with us, like you will somehow recognize yourself there. I think it talks about me. This is what I like to do. So each and every, So I think as since really imperfect, at some point we do have some kind of
We're
like
gonna have
disorders.
conditions,
We're gonna have some, disorder, Even anxiety is a disorder. So look, get up and go and pray and then you become anxious. Do you understand? What is that? So which means you're suffering from anxiety disorder or whatever. I give it a game. You have anxiety. So which means I look alone, maybe you are free, you are calm. There's nothing triggers anxiety. You might think, no, I don't have anxiety. Until you become in environments whereby they trigger your anxiety. Do you understand? Yeah. So we need to say something and then we go up and damn it. There's something wrong. This thing triggers. Maybe what triggers your anxiety is people sitting and paying attention to you. That attention, overwhelms you. It causes anxiety. You understand? But the very same people after the book, but the moment where the room is quiet, now you are the one speaking. It becomes a problem. It's a different level. Do you understand? So those are the things. Like it's kind of like complex layers in J, but at some point, we somehow, have our own like kind of like disorders, mental disorders and everything.
Yeah, and I think a lot of there must be an awareness of this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because they hot heart,
Yeah.
But you can suffer from something and you don't know who is suffer from that kind of thing.
Yeah. You understand?
Yeah.
So maybe maybe you might also maybe
I'm never getting chapter off it.
But then like since after OCD, but being anxious being yeah. But at the same time, being anxious and it's kind of like I can say maybe it's a natural thing. It's necessary for us like to have a fear, because of if it's not fear, you're gonna end up being arrogant. Yeah.
Anxiety and stress, but I don't know. But stress is healthy.
There's a healthy stress. Stress is unnecessary. Say, very toxic and everything. Then a healthy stress. A healthy stress, will I give this talk the way I planned? It's a healthy stress, that one.
You said I'm
it's a must, that one, to have that stress. Like if even Baba Jehovah, they also have stress. Just like that guy with my John. He was stressed over that. I'm gonna go to the city. Like you go into a city, it's not like you're gonna meet up someone who's going to introduce you to. You're just gonna arrive in a city. How you try to you just arrive in a city and then
bulldog.
Do you understand? You just arrive in a city, right? And then you have to preach and deliver this message. Imagine how crowded it will be. Imagine right now, let's say that seat. Naniva. And then in what days? What? It's like it's a lot. Like it's a lot. Like it's a lot. Like it's a lot. Do you understand? So
And then I go nini, but it's like Kichikira nini. Semunyaki nini.
Wow, yeah.
I saw
Yeah, no? Yeah. But we learn from these people and then we see how we're king about to sit and then we try. Yeah. Sharp. So when our what is it like? Have you like made a research on and then you think maybe you understand it enough like to kind of like break it down?
No, I think what you said is the same. For me, PTSD is the same as what you said. So for me, as you explained, that guy, organized.
Yeah.
Maybe out of that PTSD. And
Yeah.
the lady, you said the lady was like.
The lady was just a lady. Like they were chilling in a restaurant, and then the lady wanted like do other organized thing and everything. And then because of the lady, she's in insurance. So insurance, it needs you to read people, so that you can tell who this person needs like this and this and that. You know.
Yeah.
So she's used like reading people, like their body language, their character, so that she can offer them the best insurance. Yeah. So I want to man we la khona go mo charge for go wena so you understand.
Yeah, so no, for me I think the one example I use is if ever chaotic house, you spoke about it.
Chaotic. Yes. Household.
For me it's like it's the same example I use, but I usually say this young girl stays in a chaotic home, and I've seen those in my school years, like schoolmates, stays in a chaotic house, but then sometimes it's an abusive house, and coming from that type of a household, going to school, what happened yesterday, whatever abusive situation, abuse cannot only be physical, can also be verbally, emotionally,
spiritually, financially, social.
So coming from that type of a household, half it can come or half it can scale school. Why what was happening? Or I was in so then they try to forget what happened last night. And they keep on doing that, and vice versa. Whether they've been bullied at school, when they get home, they don't want to tell their parents. They don't want to talk about it. And that is a traumatic experience. Especially if that person or experience a early one. With no way or no one to tell. Then ultimately this person answer abua or let's say to their parents or to their class teacher or what's happening at home, or their parents what's happening at school. Eventually, when they've grown old, they tend to forget their childhood, merely because they kept on trying to forget each day. They kept on trying to forget each bad event during their day or during their livelihoods. They kept on trying to forget the bad parts of their lives, up until forgetting becomes a habit, and then they become forgetful people. So some people suffering with memory loss is because they try to forget their problems
from that habit.
So post-traumatic disorder can come in that sense as well. And then that's where we say that person overlay the memory losses. Memory losses can come in many ways, and memory can be affected in many ways. We have things such as schizophrenia, we have dementia, we have Alzheimer's disease, but that's more of your brain getting damaged. That's Alzheimer's disease. But and dementia, that's you getting old. But schizophrenia, that's people like from war.
This one's about that war.
Those ones also from war. They think whatever sounds they heard during war, they are still experiencing them. So they really live in what they used to live in. And Basur. And most ladies, even young ladies, experience schizophrenia. Older, no, they just experience it. It's more prone in them.
In them.
Dementia is more prone
In what way? Like I'm more like interested in like specifically ladies. Like how are they experiencing it? What makes them to experience it?
No, I've just seen that it's mostly in young ladies.
In young ladies.
Yeah, and then dementia is mostly in old. That's one I know. Mostly in older grannies.
Yeah.
That's dementia.
Mm.
And then Alzheimer's disease is mostly in our grandfathers. They experience Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's, yeah.
And that's because of their brains working over.
Yeah.
Over time.
Yeah.
But with dementia, it's more of not forgetting, but thinking, but forgetting that the things you remember don't exist anymore. That's why it happens with mostly women. Women have a good memory.
Yeah.
But now, because they forget, sometimes when they are older, like grannies,
yeah,
they will remember streets. Already streets. They
no longer exist.
Yeah, they no longer exist.
Yeah.
The name of that street has exist.
Yeah.
But because I know as to head, it's as if it exists. So that's what dementia looks like. That is why you'll see them sometimes roaming around in places that they shouldn't be.
Yeah.
It's because to them the dementia is there, you know. And then we also spoke. You remember the last time we were like with their with their kids.
Okay. What about their kids?
They'll start going or their kids. To the other kid.
Mari, o tole o bua ka wena. Ko wena.
Sometimes o bua ka wena ko wena. O bua ka wena mo wena.
Yeah.
So
aware you are
the one who are like go bua ka wena.
She thinks you're someone else.
And that's where we see
this is crazy.
That's where we see how our grannies really see the best in their kids or their bana ba bona.
Yeah.
It's not really gore I'm exposed.
Yeah.
But o leka go bua ka bothata ba gagwe to because o bua le bana ba gagwe ba itu. Go bua ka bothata ba gagwe ko omo.
Yeah.
Gore help me out, your brother hates so. But wa le bala go bua le motho.
Ka di to mames.
Kana go mo o bua le motho ha bona go bua le motho. So
hectic.
That's dementia. So memory tse di sa tshwaneng.
Yeah.
But I think that thing cause again imperfection.
Yeah, so all these things, they all like if we go to the bottom line is like obvious imperfection, you know. But we can't say imperfection and then we move on. We have to find ways to deal with these things, you know.
Yes,
for example, we can't say people get sick, whatever, and then I really need doctors, I really need medication. You know, as much as we're imperfect, we get sick, we have to work on medications and everything, you know. So the bottom line is imperfection, you know. In the next life, of course, we won't be experiencing these things, you know. But right now we are still here, and then we have to, you know, deal with them, you know. So you have never experienced something strange out of this world, some potting what?
I was still long.
No,
you haven't.
Maybe I did, ne?
But you forgot.
But I never take it into consideration. This is an issue I have to deal with.
Another thing I've experienced, and I think in my life I experienced only two strange things, and but you see, I can say strange is like it's there, you know. But the one that people haven't discovered exactly what's happening, you know, it's sleep paralysis. You know it.
Oh
yeah. It's crazy. Have you ever experienced it?
You know.
You still experience it?
No. But sleep paralysis isn't it when you are paralyzed?
Yeah, paralyzed. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Or like
yeah.
When
now on I think.
It was like.
How are you getting so many?
Insomnia.
Yeah. I know it something else different, you know. Like being paralyzed. You have never experienced that one.
I went to marry cause again that thing.
I know, like I think I figured out again cause, but you can tell me when. What did you mean? Something about some logical, scientific, you know, explanations. Spider drum. Kidding me. So when
I don't know. Maybe I might know after you explain. What do you think it is, man?
You know what I think, and okay, fine. Before we talk about it, there's something I like about the Bible, and or about Jehovah. Jehovah, he's the most logical, I don't know, creator, logical being. There's nothing about Jehovah any mysterious. Like he's not even mysterious. Like he's more logical than anything.
It's open.
Yeah, he's more like everything Jehovah has done, everything we've read about Jehovah, everything in the Bible. There's nothing logical than like Bible, than Jehovah, than everything.
Makes sense.
Everything is logical, you know. So I started to realize I started to realize there must be a logical explanation. Even if certain things happen, you know, try to be logical. That's all. Try to have a logical answer. Don't try to explain them the way they feel, the way they may seem. Try to approach them like scientifically with facts. So with me, and let's say sleep paralysis, and it's like when you sleep, and you have to. No, come on.
Yeah.
If you speak, just speak. Don't whisper. If you say something, just say something. Because we are podcasting, so people will wanna know what you are saying. Okay. Yeah. So with sleep paralysis, and you have to understand what happens to your body. Like your muscles, like they become relaxed. Do you understand? So you can ask yourself why when you all about the muscles are they were relaxed, they were weaker. Why is that?
Do you know that?
No, I don't.
I think it's so that when you dream, you don't hate yourself.
You know. So
when you dream,
you don't react. Like your muscles, like I don't know, your muscles are tense, but when you sleep, they become loose, they become weak. You understand? So that when you dream, you don't react to your dreams. Because if your muscles were not relaxed, then if you dream punching someone, you're gonna like do it physically, and you might hurt yourself, you might hurt someone else. So whatever that happens, because of all like it's in your mind, right? So whatever happens in your mind stays in your mind. The best you can do maybe is like to like moving. Who's that? Hey man.
Oh man.
Oh, is that? Hey man, we're recording, man. We're busy. Jay.
Sure.
Okay. Whatever.
You know, I'm not sure plastic shop right. I'm not gas. Chocolate in the mass.
No. So you know what I lost my train of thought.
When you're sleeping.
Yeah, so you are relaxed when you are asleep, and then you are tense when you are awake. Yeah.
The best you can do if you are having a bad dream, man, is to just move in jail.
Yeah.
Is to just move, man. Like the best you can do is to just move. It's not like to react like physically. So, so sleep paralysis, and it's a when when your brain wakes up. Because right now we are conscious, then there's a state of being unconscious. So there's a moment whereby you wake up, so your brain catches up with consciousness. You become conscious. Now in your consciousness, which means now you can hear, you know, you should be able to smell, you should be able to feel now. You should be able to be aware of things. Now your brain is aware now. It's aware of the environment. But now the body, it has forgot to like synchronize with your brain to wake up at the same time. You understand? So your body is still weak, still loose, still it is connected to your brain. Your body still thinks you are asleep. Do you understand? That's why also you only wake up like mentally, but you are disconnected to your body. Do you understand? That's when you become sleep paralyzed. You are awake, you can hear. If maybe something's burning, you can smell it. If someone touches you, you can feel them. As a lawyer, I know, like you're aware of your surroundings. So picture yourself like you are awake, right? You can hear everything, but everything physically is still asleep. You have no control of your like physical body. You can't even open your eyes. You can't even use your mouth.
Yeah.
Anything like you can't even, like you can't, you know. So still paralyzed, you know, so your body's still sleeping, you're paralyzed, you know, because of your body hasn't caught up with your brain, you know. They're not in sync, so you have to wait some time so that your body can kick in and then try to reconnect and everything. So most of people then when they wake up, you know, when you wake up, since it's like mental, when you wake up, when your body finally catches up, you'll feel tired. The reason why you feel tired, it's not like per se maybe you are tired, it's because of your muscles were weak, so you're trying to like regain that strength, so it's not there, so it sounds like you're tired, and because of your muscles are still weak, it's like you feel so heavy and tired, do you understand, and your body like wants to sleep again because so feels so heavy, you know, but it's because of like before your body could wake up, so it didn't have much time to get up. Because of ushayela happen normal, if you can monitor a person always abatsoge immediately, like unless it's a alarm, but if you were to wake up normal, you're gonna toss around a little bit, like your body to kind of like the blood to flow, like to adjust, like your muscles to reconnect before you can finally say and open your eyes. Like if you can monitor yourself sleeping, you're gonna do some tossing, you're gonna do some tossing, yeah. I don't know that one, you know. I don't know. You know, so you're gonna do some tossing until, you understand, you start to kind of like, you know, wake up and everything. Get that one, yeah. So it's something like the sleep paralysis, something like that.
So what about that? You know, maybe consciousness and ball and physical sitting home and you're like kicking the goal.
I think it's another disorder whereby
instead it's
vice versa. Instead of your body should be protecting you by disconnecting itself with your mind.
It's awake.
Now it is connected
while you are asleep.
And then whatever is happening in your mind, you are reacting to it. That's why your body, like your muscles, become weak so that you don't react to what's happening. You understand? So, but by the time you sleepwalking and everything, but who are like physically, you know, but to heal, the body is awake. That's why the body can get up and do things based on unconsciously. So it's kind of like vice versa. So yeah.
But Shapang,
yeah,
they are blind when they're doing those things.
Yeah, like
are they blind or have they opened their eyes?
I've never been sleep paralyzed. I've never sleepwalked or whatever.
I think they are aware of their surroundings.
I don't think they're aware. They're unconscious.
Opened eyes.
No.
Yeah. So you just move.
It's okay.
What?
So
it just yeah. And then sometimes like if you can look at people who like sleepwalk, they didn't do much activities. A person will just wake up, take a few steps, and then stand. Like in most cases. But it's like complicated things. Whereby maybe we will have free like I say like complicated stuff. They'll just wake up atula reach a couch about it almost do you understand? And then I do less because to do to see the TV, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like but it's like complicated stuff.
So what about the blackout?
Blackout to John.
To shape like a blackout,
yeah, that one I don't know. I don't know, like I don't know that one.
Because those guys, they can even maybe add some more something. Maybe for example,
yeah. I think I've also experienced it, but through being drunk. Like being drunk can give you that experience. Have you ever been drunk whereby you don't remember? You don't remember what you did yesterday?
Never been drunk.
You've never been drunk. Back in the days, do you understand? Like if you are like drunk, you can like a lot of people who are drunk. But just talk about something. But we go through. But go to bed, and then tomorrow they don't remember and everything. Do you understand? They don't remember.
But I think sleepwalking.
Yeah. No, within during that period where they're busy doing their things. Let's say this person is drunk. During that period, they could like consciously see who bites A. But the moment they sleep, internally like the memory gets erased. So but during that time, they were able to like navigate, like They had a bit of conscience that allowed them to navigate, to arrive at and then enough so that they can black out and then
I think
the memory is gone.
probably they could black out maybe because they were overworking their brain.
What's the record idea? Okay.
Yeah, maybe because they were overworking their brain. That's why they blacked out.
Yeah.
That's why they forgot because they blacked out.
Yeah.
But now I think this thing, Jagad's Bible and all.
Yeah.
But Barry, this like Matimon and
Yeah.
So I think the effect
yeah, they also have, like unfortunately it's another truth that we can't even, as much as maybe it might not be scientific, you know, but it is a truth. Like demons like are there with us, exist. Like to those guys who visited job, you did read it today's Watch Tower, right? You did read it, right? Yes.
So that guy was another under demons.
Yeah, like a demon. Yeah.
So even then, these demons, they are banana.
Yeah.
Meaning since that time.
Yeah.
Until today, they're still here.
Yeah, they're still here.
So
yeah, some of the things we can make, I don't know, because of sometimes we will never know the truth. Under the influence of what we could never, like, you know, that one. But yeah, sometimes like demons do play a role in certain things, you know, in certain behaviors or in certain conditions. I read like in my demon because of even in the Bible, like it's not even that like specific on that subject, you know, it doesn't teach us. So I think Jehovah, like, he knows how it's not that important to know how these things like operate and everything. What is important is for you to know this and this and that, to move like this and this and that, and how you protect yourself, you do this and this and that, you know. But so like demons, like they have influence, like, you know, over certain things, you know. Yeah, we can see even like from like music, the movies we watch, the things that are being entertained, you know. Like we can see in J, you can see like even the dances, like if you a dancer, if a girl dances, a modest, I train to nothing, but you have to wear in a certain way, you know, dance in a certain way, to a certain music for you to get the attention. You understand? Yeah, and we are not surprised because of, you remember that scripture that says the whole world relies in the hand of the devil one, you know. So it's much easier since the whole world is under the influence of like Satan. It's much easier for his things to flourish. It's much easier for his things to flourish. You understand? Yeah, so it's much easier. So it's kind of my God, I feel like, yo, so why the famous trend, you know. So he's the sponsor, you know, like it's easier for him to kind of like he sponsors there. He makes, you know, he makes it cool. He makes it cool. I can talk in say that I'm like a person and can go maybe go HFR, can behave in a certain way, can talk in a certain way, can speak in a certain way because of in that environment at that time the influence is different. It allows that kind of life,
kind of behave.
And then you take that very same person, maybe over Isako, let's say you take them to a convention or assembly, they can't do the things they were doing there because of at the convention the vibes don't allow such behavior. It allows, you know what. So it's all about influence, you know what. So like if you can look at a person, to maybe I get or bad or good, or papa kapo sa pape. It's all about the environment. How does the environment influences them? You understand? The person from Obani with the matafule. In certain places they are quiet. And then if you behave when you think Baba Suge, because of right now they are quiet because they're in an environment whereby it doesn't allow them to behave like the way they were behaving. They're in a calm environment that influences them to sharp. So at the end of the day, environment. If you can create an environment whereby Malamang will sharp, you understand? Because of in Minnesota, maybe it might apply most likely because of the streets kind of like, you know, endorse it. But if while in certain spaces you'll feel stupid wearing miniskirt because of that environment, it will make you feel stupid because it doesn't endorse such behave. So we as people, we are very like influenced people. So the things that we do, like they're based on like influences and everything. Yeah. But at least you have learned from the greatest mind today. Please, So like this guy is withholding a lot of things. Like this guy when I'm with him, the things he will talk about with me, I'm like, these things need to be recorded. If I need it. And I told you.
As in like this thing.
I told you. I told you, this guy's drinks like he's drinking water. He's drinking like he's
Tell
drinking
me
water.
something good.
Yeah, so far like we have done an hour, so I think it's recorded, huh? Yeah. So far we have done an hour, so I think that maybe like we should like stop it here and then that's it. Maybe any questions, maybe something you like to hold in, or maybe tell us when are you gonna get married?
I'll come back when I don't know.
When are you gonna get married? Have you noticed? Have you noticed the prince how this is a mark?
Yeah.
Like what about on the
Nah,
Wow.
just the color.
Yeah, but so far like they've been like
Complexion.
so far they haven't affected your eyes because do you know about what's in the brain? Even their eyes become different. They're so like they have strange eyes.
Yeah.
You have strange eyes. So far your eyes haven't been strange.
Yeah.
Why not too much
Every day.
Let's every day. How long so far have you been like wearing them?
3 years.
It's not too much because since the teacher, even like my teacher, since I'm to the teacher from 19 mama, I did say I didn't that I pumula on like you can see like the difference of this person, they look different. They look weird.
That's like no.
That's like what?
That's what I.
Like what?
Like I like those eyes in front. I was really pretty.
But the braid, like I want to say the braid is on.
Yeah.
Hey, ma so much wow. Serious? Mama, so getting the whole Yeah, and then I see like people watching the braid. I mean, I did someone's like one like their fish eye is not a normal one. It's like they don't look normal. It's not nice. Jeez.
Maybe listen to good.
He doesn't want to talk about that. He's not about that one.
But that's she really
Aye. Nah, khali gifitilen. Yeah, khali shimdo gifitilen. I'm good.
Take care.
Yeah, I'm taking.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Are you taking?
I'm taking.
Yeah. No, guys.
Not taken.
No,
Not taken.
Who's not
You are
taken?
taken.
Yeah. Look at that. Well, when are you gonna be taken? But for me, and I go share something, and I think we are failing. I think we have been failed in life, and it's a mistake that I don't want to do to the young ones who come, man. But I don't know if maybe it will be a good advice and everything. Sometimes I'll recommend people like to not date like maybe for marriage, but to date so that they can understand maybe women. To date just for that, to understand women. Date to know how it's like to be disappointed. Date to know their heartbreak. Date to know the frustration of having to deal with someone, having to work with someone, having to plan things with someone. Have that, catalog, have that portfolio of experience, and then when you have learned, and then one day then you can date for marriage. You understand? But I think for me, it's dangerous. I think it's dangerous if you're gonna wait and not have experience, and then also to date, I would date a marriage, because of you're gonna encounter these things, and then you will think, maybe we are experiencing these things because of we are not a match. But to understand in relationships, these things they happen.
Yeah. But I think relationships are a lot. I think you can have a relationship at home, siblings.
I'm talking about a romantic relationship. I'm talking about a romantic relationship. I'm talking about a specific one.
Mother and
I'm talking about a romantic. Yes, I know there are relationships.
But those ones can also help you
No. A romantic relationship could never be the same as the platonic one. Could never be the same as platonic. You'll never. There's nothing you can learn from a platonic relationship that you can take to a romantic relationship. There's nothing.
Yeah.
There's nothing. And how about there's nothing you can take from a romantic relationship that you can apply to a platonic relationship. On a romantic relationship, you have learned to hug, maybe to kiss or pass it. You can take that in a platonic relationship. Whereby you are kissing there, or you're hiking there, or you're being, So those are two different worlds. Our relationships, but they're two different worlds. They will never be. You could never learn anything from this side and try to take it from the other side. Do you understand? So platonic are platonic. We've been learning about platonic relationships. We've been having platonic relationships since from grade 1. We are masters of platonic relationships. Now, how are you going to be a master of a romantic relationship? Do you understand? So sometimes you should just engage. It lasted 3 months, but at least, to understand, have that experience.
3 months in 1 month.
Even 1 month, even 1 week. But just to know. Because sometimes a woman need to be studied. Otherwise, if I go buy something, let me tell you something.
I don't agree, but yeah.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. A woman, a man and a woman, those are different people. A man wants maybe a woman doesn't have experience, right? It's fine. But a woman wants a man who has experience, who knows what they are doing. You understand? And then the moment and a woman they can read a person quick. Once they smell this guy doesn't know his story, they kind of like lose interest. They kind of like they're gonna play with you. They're gonna do. But it's also like because if about the feminist, because of women needs to be convinced. Sure you know what you're doing. Let's say you are in a boat and there's a storm. Like how you talk my son you need to move for that thing I got this. Until it is sure. Come on, let her drown. 6 feet underwater or 100 feet. I got this. I got you. They need that thing. Yeah, that conviction. You know what I'm saying?
But like fake confidence.
That's fake confidence. They need it. Do you understand? No, I'm just telling you the theory.
So nakana Titanic.
Do you understand? Do you understand?
Maybe we'll survive,
Women are like children. Leha ulumutswa ubona gore a gona dijo. You won't stress your children gore a gona dijo. I don't know. I'm gonna make up something for you. And then obasiya got that hope while they're still having that hope, you gonna be stressed alone and try to say okay fine. But when I was okay fine. King go compensa until you compensa something until file one about your file. Mamo shell for ne issue. So even women they need that thing. They need that firmness. But they need to see you who is okay. This thing is not overwhelming you, it's not like shaking you. You will fight, do you understand? And then when they see that confidence, that's when they will have a sense of security. Because of women they wanna be secure. Like they wanna be like babies and like feel like I'm gonna be safe with this guy. With this guy, it's like it's like feeling young. Let's say Osamalo Mutane, Mutu Ane, and then we are going somewhere. But direct, and then there will be a driver at the front. Okay, fine, 10 left, 10 right, it's like that. You know what I'm saying? You need to give them that assurance. Like women are like instruction. Clean. It's a so and then
wait a thing.
Yeah, and then when they fall and then you catch them, it's a nice feeling to them, and they're willing to do it over and over again. So once they trust you once, and then I want to know what's happening and everything, they're able now to give themselves into you, like to trust you more and whatever. And why? No, it's like it's a theory, like it's a theory. It's a theory based on like learning things. You learn, you understand. You understand? You understand? So for me, it's like I would advise a person like to go into it, like to date, to marry, maybe 6 months later. As na a theory, maybe but a common theory at least. Go batho ba basong ba nagana sone
Yeah.
basong le ga o shebile almost